There are currently 90 playable characters in Heroes of the Storm, giving players plenty of options to choose from. But this has not always been the case. Back at its release on the 2nd of June 2015, there were only 37 available heroes, and this includes Johanna, who was announced on the day of release. For the next 3 years, the developers did a great job and were able to pump out at least one hero every month. Some months there were even 2 heroes, including October of 2015, receiving Artanis and Morales, November of 2015, Cho and Gaul, September 2016, Alarak and Zarya, and finally September of 2017, Kel'Thuzad and Anna. This momentum slowed in the April of 2018, although this was a critical time for the HGC with multiple majors going on. This would not be a good time for esports players to learn about new heroes or disrupt the meta. Regardless, the gap between new heroes increased in 2018, receiving a total of 9 heroes, compared to an average of 14 in the previous 3 years. Then in 2019 things really went downhill, with only 4 new heroes. This is thanks in part to Blizzard slashing the development team on Blizzard and sending them on to more lucrative titles like Overwatch. Since then, the last 2 heroes to be released were in 2020, meaning we have not had any new heroes at all for the last 2 years. That being said, many heroes have undergone significant reworks in recent years, including Gazlo, Anduin, D.Va, and most recently Rhaegar in patch 2.55, giving players just enough to satiate their desire for new content, but there are only so many heroes Blizzard can rework before needing to add more content and heroes. This would be a great time considering the Microsoft acquisition, and there is once again a buzz surrounding Blizzard games since the announcement of the Overwatch 2 closed beta. So could we see some more heroes moving into Q2 of 2022? The answer could indeed be yes. Either way, I'd like to know your thoughts. Who among you has been waiting just a little too long for the next hero? In extension to new heroes, we saw a major overhaul of the class system. Back at the time of release, each hero was categorized under one of 4 classes, being warrior, assassin, support and specialist, but many characters began to break the rules of these boundaries. For example, Zarya, who similar to their Overwatch role was placed in the warrior category, despite having a toolset devoid of any CC, which is critical in that role. As such, Blizzard needed to make a class system more clear, so in 2019 the hero classes were split into tank, bruiser, healer, support, ranged assassin and melee assassins. Using Zarya once again as an example, she was now placed in the support role. So if you were Blizzard, what role would the next hero be? Well, let's look at the numbers. Of all the available roles, support is by far the least common, mainly because their toolset is very specific and situational. They are by far the least played class, so wouldn't make too much of an impact on the community. The same can be said for melee assassins, second in size only to support. These heroes can be excellent if played well and capitalise on out of position characters. As such, these are excellent at lower ranks but tend to have a much harder time and lower win rates at higher ranks. This would leave the competitive player feeling underwhelmed. Tanks, healers and bruisers are next on the list, all having around 15 heroes. This would be a good option if you wanted to disrupt the meta, as you will likely need one of these in play. Or finally, ranged assassins, by far the largest category, in part thanks to their popularity. If you wanted to make an impact with a new hero, this is where I would place my money, simply because everyone would want to play them. There are so many Blizzard characters that have not yet entered the Nexus, so who would you choose to be implemented next? Let me know in the comments down below. I personally have 2 preferences, either Queen Azshara, since we've not yet explored the Naga in the Nexus. You could even play on her pact with N'Zoth for an ultimate form. Or alternatively, another Night Elf Druid similar to Malfurion, but one that plays on its shape-shifting abilities, fulfilling a role closer to Varian, where their kit alters drastically based on talent picks. As always, feel free to like, dislike or comment on this video, it helps me and the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe for more content and I will see you in the next upload.